what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman refuses to allow the father of her child, hear me, to see his children, all because she does not like his new girlfriend. Yes, that's right. Girlfriend. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
I just got served. My baby daddy's taking me to court. Like a sheriff came to my door and served me with this right here because I didn't let him see the kids. And at this point, I'm just tired because I know it's his little girlfriend, Ashley, that's behind this shit. Because ever since he got with her, he's been filing motion after motion after motion. And I'm here to tell both of you because I know they're watching. Look at what I'm going to do with this. That.
You know, I want to say, right, I mean, I'm not an attorney, guys, so don't take what I say as legal advice, but damn, you want that type of a girlfriend, right? Probably a single mother herself who's knows her way around the ropes and says, nah, you want to file that motion. You want to seek legal action in this situation. A lot of men don't do that. A lot of men don't go to the courts when a woman is doing what I believe right now seems like parental alienation.
Because one thing is to not like me, and another thing is to try to drag me to court over some false allegations. Y'all really have been trying it. And the only reason why I didn't let the kids go over there is because I know you don't like me. And I'm never going to allow my kids to be around people who don't like me.
I don't like you either. Just because your glasses look like that.
Because if you don't like me, how can you like my kids? If you don't like me, how can I know that my kids are safe under your care? If you don't like me, how can I trust you with my precious angels that I carried for 9 months and birth? I feel like we could have discussed this over the phone. All I'm doing as a mother is protecting my children from possible harm.
No, you're actually doing something that's called parental alienation. And I think you can go to jail for that. That's the next step.
Have y'all not been watching the news? All the weird stuff all these baby daddies' girlfriends be doing to children that they don't like. I'm not putting my kids in danger. And I honestly feel like the judge is going to understand that as a mother, it is my duty to protect my kids.
They're still gonna be like, ma'am, put your hands behind your back.
Anything and everything. So no, my kids will not be going over there. To all the mamas that have been through this, do y'all think I need a lawyer?
Okay, so I'm just curious because I said a lot there. I want to know, number one, I want a definition of parental alienation. And I also want to know, and I'm sure it varies from state to state, but we could get like a general one. I'm going to ask our AI assistant, Miss Coffee, and I also want to know if you can go to jail for doing what she's doing, because I believe you can. Miss Coffee, can you give me a general definition of parental alienation?
Parental alienation refers to a situation where one parent, or another caregiver, psychologically manipulates a child to align their feelings and behaviors against the other parent, often resulting in the child's unwarranted rejection or fear of that parent. 5. This manipulation can involve various tactics, such as bad-mouthing the other parent, limiting contact or visitation, or undermining the child's relationship with the targeted parent. 4. It can have severe and long-lasting effects on the child's emotional well-being and the parent-child relationship.
So you guys heard it for yourself. She said this manipulation can involve various tactics, such as bad-mouthing the other parent. Does it get any more efficient in that department than TikTok? Limiting contact or visitation. Again, exactly what she's doing. And somewhere in here it says, wearing your glasses crooked on your face. I also want to know, Miss Coffee, can you go to jail for parental alienation? Because I think you can.
Less than response greater than hash. Can you go to jail for parental alienation? Spiral Notepad answer. In many jurisdictions, parental alienation itself is not a criminal offense that directly leads to imprisonment. Instead, it's typically addressed within family court proceedings and may result in consequences such as changes to custody arrangements or court-ordered therapy. 3. However, if parental alienation involves violating court orders or engaging in other unlawful behaviors, such as defamation or harassment, it could potentially lead to legal consequences, including fines or imprisonment.
Okay, it looks like overall people do not face jail time for parental alienation unless if it's in certain circumstances. Nevertheless, someone could lose 50-50 custody probably and really mess up their situation, how much time they get to spend with their children. And women think they're invincible in court. Do you know why? Because they pretty much are, let's be honest. Until they're not. And I think more men do not try to fight back because it's like, man, I don't know if I have the money, blah, blah, I get it. But in this situation, it looks like the man's able to fight back. So a bunch of people responded to her. Like, for example, this commenter who called her a deadbeat mother. This is what she had to say in response.
So I'm a deadbeat mother because I use child support to pay for the things that my kids use. Because I use child support to support the kids that live with me. Y'all see these? These are $7 press-ons from Target. I've had them for 2 weeks now. My hair, I don't remember the last time I saw a hairstylist to even cut my ends.
Ma'am, you didn't have to point that out. We see you look crazy.
Not because I can't afford it, I'm just cheap. And then when I do spend money, it's on my kids. I literally give my kids nothing but the best. My kids have new shoes, new coats, everything is fresh. All of my clothes is old.
Except for a good relationship with their father.
My son wears glasses, and I will never let him leave the house with broken glasses. But me, I don't care. The heck? My priority has always been them being better, living better, having better than me. My kids go to the best school in our entire district. The best. I literally bought this house because of the proximity to specific schools for my kids. Could I have saved some money living elsewhere? Yes. I don't cut corners when it comes to my kids. And everybody can parent how they choose. I'm not judging you mamas if you have a different standard or a different way of parenting. This is just my response at the people that are calling me a deadbeat. The comments in my other videos, people are calling me a bad mom. That's a nice way of putting it because they're calling me horrible names, which is fine. You can call me anything you want. Never had a CPS case, never had any involvement with the
Not yet.
law. I've never exposed my kids to any dangerous individuals or dangerous situations. Never. You can't deadbeat baby mama me.
I mean, you seem like a dangerous situation. Let's check out more comments. Another comment here says, oh no, this is just a response she made because she was triggered. Let's just check it out.
My baby daddy's girlfriend texted me this right here. And I'm covering her name for privacy purposes and the part where she mentions my kid. She says, hi, this is so-and-so, and I just wanted to discuss a few things with you. And obviously you can read the message. And this is not to be confused with Ashley, my other baby daddy's girlfriend. I have 3 baby daddies and they all have girlfriends. And as you can see,
Even if I tried.
there's my response because I genuinely
Can't make this shit up.
did not know what to say. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be polite. I don't want to be labeled as the bitter baby mama. I'm trying to keep communication
late.
respectful. But I want to know from you mamas that kind of deal with this, how would you respond? Because personally, I don't agree with what she's requesting. This is the baby daddy that pays $500 in child support, and they're saying they're struggling to pay bills. And then they want the tax return to be split in half when they're not even doing 50% of the parenting. All of the parenting falls on me. And then she's requesting receipts of what I spend the child support on. Do I have to give them receipts of what I'm spending? How do you guys go about that? Like, how do you actually get receipt for everything that you buy for your kid? Are the courts going to request that? Just let me know in the comments because I'm literally so confused.
It's like that's the thing about child support is you don't have to report what you spend it on. And so, you know, you can use it for whatever you want, really. But obviously this is more to do with the fact that she doesn't like the girlfriend and how proactive she is with this situation. So we're going to check out some of these comments. Most people had a lot to say to her in the comment section, like this first commenter who says, "Your Honor, Exhibit A of her denying visitation." Followed by another comment here that says, "Go to court and request no third parties and for you guys to communicate through Talking Parents app. The court can see the conversations on there." That's crazy. They've got apps specifically so that the courts can access conversations just so people don't talk crazy. Wow. Another chick here says, "You can't deny him his visitation regardless." That's true. Somebody else here says, "Real piece of advice, keep this offline. Get a lawyer and document everything." If there's any advice I've heard a lot of attorneys give, it's to not go online and act out. Another comment here says, "They are his kids. He has a right to see them." She talks like they're not his kids also. Here's another woman who says, "A judge does not care who in the co-parenting dynamic doesn't like you. That man will get a visitation schedule, so prepare yourself." Here's another comment that says, "Parental alienation," there we go, "and contempt of court are very real. I indeed went through this. It won't end well if you withhold visitation." That sounds like somebody who had to drink coffee because she was doing the same thing. Here's another comment that says, "That is not a valid reason to disregard the parenting time order. It does not matter if she doesn't like you. Those are still his children." Right. Here's another comment that says, "A big no-no. Alienation of a parent can get you in a lot of trouble with the judge." Somebody else, she says, "My kids, my kids, my kids. They're his too," this woman says. Another comment here says, "Ma'am, let that man see his kids. So what if the girlfriend doesn't like you?" "We don't like you either," she said. No, I said that. She goes on to say, "She can still care for your kids. It's possible." Somebody else here says, "All I hear is me, me, me." And that's about it. But before I end this video, I have to show you the type of situation where judge comes down on a woman for alienating children from their parent. This video is captioned, "Judge condemns parental alienation by mother." I'm wasting time. Let's get it.
I've seen over and over again what I believe to be absolutely true. Mr. Cook dearly loves his children. If that were the case, he'd have given up a long time ago, given the many, many obstacles that Ms. Spar has thrown in the way over the years, trying to interfere with Mr. Cook having a reasonable parental relationship with his children. And frankly, what I'm seeing is direct parental alienation by Ms. Spar. She is instilling fear in her children. She is telling them things that they should never need to hear. She is instilling fear in them. And she's done damage as a result of that. Kids don't need to hear one parent trashing the other. And Mr. Cook, you're guilty of that. You're guilty of trashing their mother to them. She's guilty of trashing you to them. All it does is create harm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been successful. Isabel has been as alienated as I've seen a child become, and Chloe's rapidly on the way to being that herself.
Notice how the kids are in this court hearing a part of this. They shouldn't be a part of this. Like the lack of sense in these situations is crazy.
It's just plainly wrong. So how do we fix it at this point? Clearly, these girls have been alienated against Mr. Cook. They believe that he's a danger to them, but they don't believe that based on truth. They believe that based upon all of the fear that their mother has instilled in them. I don't doubt that Mr. Cook loses his cool on occasion and raises his voice, but he's not a danger to either one of these children. He never has been. He never will be. The danger is what mom is doing. Ma'am, if you unmute your phone, again, I am going to kick you out of this hearing. Do not do it. Is that clear? So,
He's not playing with her. Yeah. Talk back now, lady.
how do we get off this point and get to some semblance of a reasonable parenting time schedule and a reasonable relationship for Mr. Cook with his children? What I want to do, the referral to the healing place to Dr. Shannon Louder, absolutely, I wanted it followed up on. I want counseling set up for both of the girls through Dr. Louder's office. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to schedule, and Mr. Cook, you're not going to like this, but give it time. There's a goal in mind. I am going to order that a healing place supervise a couple of visits. I want them to see what I believe to be the case, that these girls have no reason to fear you other than what mom has put into their heads. And she's been hard at work doing that. Every chance she gets, she poisons these girls towards you, Mr. Cook, every time. So the first step we're going to do, I want there to be 2 supervised visits with each daughter separately. I do not want them together. They need to be separately. After those 2 visits, I want the parenting time supervisor at a healing place to give the court a report as to how those visits went. I also want the girls immediately enrolled in counseling through whoever it is Dr. Louder assigns from the healing place so that they can start that process. I want the person who's doing doing the therapy to involve both parents at a time and under such circumstances as the therapist sees fit. I anticipate going to a far more regular parenting time schedule. Part of the problem here is the extent to which these girls have been withheld from Mr. Cook. And while they're being withheld, they're being fed lies by their mother, exaggerations, just over the top, outright parental alienation. So I am going to get busy to write this order. I'm going to warn you, Ms. Spar, each time the child doesn't go to a visit is going to cost you a day in jail.
Ooh,
and I'm going
hold
to stand
up.
behind that.
Hold up. I was right. Miss Coffee was wrong. Well, she wasn't wrong. She just, but the bottom line here is I was right, people. He said, each day you don't let that man see his kids is going to cost you a day in jail. We love it. Shout out to this judge. I knew it, man. I'm not an attorney. Do not take anything I say as eternal legal advice, but I was right. Give me my props, guys, please. Comment section down below. Come on.
And make sure your girls know if they're telling you, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Honey, if you don't go, mama's going to have to go to jail. You make sure they know that because it's going to happen. All right. That concludes our hearing. You'll be getting a written order.
Yes. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. Listen. Let's check out some of these comments, what the people have to say. First comment here says, it was wrong for her to have them in the room like that. That's what I said. That shows the truth. Somebody else here says, she literally proved the judge's point, having the kids in the room. Yup. Another comment here says, the judge should have stopped and made her remove the kids from the room. The women do not even agree with her. When the chicks don't agree with you, you know you're wrong. Another woman here says, finally someone noticed parental alienation. Here's somebody else. Oh, that's it. That's it, guys. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.